Okay, so what I'm going to attempt to do today is put a set of Genuine STI pedals on my Subaru Vortex. It's not going to be as straightforward as fitting them on the Impreza, as you'll see in my other video, because the pedal set is quite different. Okay, so what I originally had in mind was to modify the pedal assembly to use the factory bolt to hold the pedal cover on. So I was going to drill through the pin that this pedal pivot's on and make it more like the newer generation, like the Imprezas and stuff that have the roll pin, so that the bolt can go through it. Now, unfortunately, when I did that to my spare pedal, or when I tried to do it, drilled through and heated up the plastic pedal and it melted it. So I'm not going to do that with my good one. I don't think, I'm not 100% confident that it would have worked properly anyway, because this pin is fixed, but the pedal still needs to pivot, so the bolt would have had to been left loose through the pin. So I don't think that's a very good idea. So I'm going to ditch the bolt, going to leave the pedal in place, and I'm just going to modify the pedal cover, drill 2 holes, countersink them, and put 2 screws in the front, screw it to the pedal cover, like they have from the factory on the brake pedal. What I'm also going to do with the brake pedal, because the newer generation brake pedal's a bit wider, footwell is a bit bigger, and I don't want a situation where I get my foot hooked on the accelerator under the brake pedal in a stuck on the gas kind of situation. So I'm going to trim a little bit off the sides of the brake pedal just to narrow it a little bit, just to give me a little bit more room with my shoes. So that's the next step. Accelerator pedal, then the brake pedal. See how we go. Okay, so I've got the pedal drilled and countersunk, the non-slip grip punched, the original pedal drilled. I suspect the hardest part's will be getting the bolts in. Anyway, here goes. And there it is. Accelerator pedal done. So now with the accelerator pedal on there, where it's going to sit, you can see how the size of the brake pedal might cause a problem. It's not very far away. So I'm going to trim a little bit off the sides. So the original width here is about 140. I'm probably going to take it down to about 122 at the top, taper it off at the bottom, and that'll give me a little bit more safety room. I think that'll be wise. So you can see the difference after I've trimmed it down. I have to trim the pad down as well. A little bit more clearance there for our feet, so I think that's probably the way to go. And the measurement on that bad boy now is 124. So that's probably the limit if you don't want to go into the little divots. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to chuck it on now. Chuck on our pedal. I'm going to tweak it over that way as far as it'll go as well in the factory holes, just to give it a little bit more. I reckon that's pretty good. I'm going to go flat washer and spring washer on this one, because they've got a little bit bigger holes in the back of the pedal. nice and firm. It is a brake pedal, we don't want this bad boy coming loose. That's him. So now we've got a factory STI accelerator pedal and a brake pedal. Okay, so now I'm going to have a go at the dead rest foot pedal. I'm just going to take this off and have a look at the frame that's underneath. So that just clips on with some tension clips through these holes. This M6 bolt is one of the bolts that holds these on. There's two others as well. Anyway, I'll put another top on this so this can screw to it, paint this black. So what I'm going to do is use this bit of scrap sheet. This is 3mm mild steel sheet, gal plate. I'm going to put my pedal on there. Going to make another top for that factory tin footrest. So I'm just going to trace around it. So I've got a template to cut. Like that. So he's going to sit on there like that. So just need to find our position. I'm going to sneak it down as much as I can and out. So I think about there is going to be pretty good. Just need to take that pedal off. There we go. So what I'm going to do is just tack weld this plate onto the pedal just to hold it. Drill through here so the bolt and nut can go through. Make sure we have enough clearance in the back here for this nut. And yeah, it'll be good. So here it is with the pedal plate spot welded on. What I also did was cut a bit of excess material out of the front just to make it look a bit tidier. So I left a bit of a turn up there, so nice and strong still. Got this hole drilled in for the nut. This one here, had to cut some clearance out of the corner there. So let's just see how it's going to fit in there. It's going to be like that. Pedal cover will go on like that, obviously with the red rubber grip underneath. But what I think I'm going to do is I want to drop the pedal down a bit, just to give me a little bit more toe clearance off the heater box. So I'm going to try and get it down to about there. Which is going to require slotting these holes a little bit. Just going to slot these guys here a bit, so I can push the whole assembly down, give me a bit more toe room off the heater box. So there it is. Got some slots in there now, so I can move that whole pedal assembly down. So I'm satisfied that that's good enough now. I'm going to paint it. I'm going to paint the bolt heads and the washers, so that when you put it in there, it's nice satin black and it hides this bracket, and it's really going to make this pedal cover pop. Okay, so here it is completed. Painted black. Got my slots in there for the holes. There's the pedal cover bolted on there. Put some spring washers on so it doesn't rattle loose. So let's see how it fits up. So there's a factory position, just there, about a finger clearance, and I'm just going to tuck the carpet under it and slide it down. And there's our new clearance, a finger and a half. So I'm pretty happy with that. There it is. Done. Now we have a factory set of STI pedals on the Subaru Vortex.
Thanks, guys.